Okay, so today we are finishing off parallel and perpendicular lines. Like I said earlier, we're going to have a quiz on Tuesday and a test on Friday. The quiz on Tuesday is going to go over what we learned this week. The test will go over all of Chapter 2. So, remember.
Unit test?
Yeah, unit test on Friday.
So all of 2 point?
Yeah, all of the line stuff we've been doing.
Right.
I know. So, parallel lines have the same slope. So if I define C as a constant, if my first line has a slope of C, then my parallel line is going to have a slope of C as well. Also, these symbols mean parallel. Think of them like the double L's in parallel. Okay. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. So if my slope on my first line is C, my perpendicular slope is going to be -1 over C. Because you turn it into a fraction, you flip the fraction, and then you change the sign. We haven't.
I don't even use my notes anyway.
Oh, that's like a you problem. He does. Are the graphs of the equations 3y equals -4x plus 6 and y equals -3/4x minus 5 parallel, perpendicular, or neither? So before I can even decide what's wrong, do I like the way this equation's written? No, I want to put both equations in the same form. Same, not same. So, I recommend putting them in slope-intercept form so I can see their slopes. What is slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. So, my second equation's already in that form. The first one is not, so I'm going to copy that down. I had 3y equals -4x plus 6. How do I isolate my y? Divide by 3. Everything gets divided by 3. So what does that leave me with? What's 3y divided by 3? Y. -4x divided by 3. Can I divide it nicely? So it gives me -4/3 x. And 6 divided by 3? 2. And then my other equation, I'm just going to copy it down. It was already in slope-intercept form. Okay, so what I want to do next is I want to identify my slopes of the lines. So what's my slope of the first line? Okay, so this one is -4/3. And then my second line, what is my slope there? negative 3/4. So, I want to compare the slopes of each line. So, is negative 4/3 the same thing as negative 3/4? No. So that means they are not parallel. Parallel. Okay. And then remember the rule we learned yesterday where if I multiply the two of them, it should equal negative 1. So I'm going to multiply my two slopes together. Negative 4/3 times negative 3/4. What does that equal? Positive 1. Is that what I was looking for? So this means they are also not perpendicular. So the word I want to say that they are is neither. Okay, so B wants me to find if the graphs of these two equations are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. Is this one in slope-intercept form? No. So I want to go ahead and rewrite it to find it in slope-intercept form. What do I need to do first? So I'm going to add x to both sides. So I have 4y equals x plus 3. Then what? Divide everything by 4. So I get y equals x over 4 plus 3/4. What's my slope here? 1/4. And what's my slope here? On the y equals negative 4x plus 1? Negative 4. So I want to see, are these two slopes the same? Is 1/4 the same as negative 4? No. So these are not parallel.
And you have x over 4, but it's really just 1/4 x.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. We need it, I know, but you would rather have written x over 4? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay. Then I want to multiply these two together to see if I get negative 1. So 1/4 times negative 4 is 1/4 times negative 4. Did Hunter say negative 1? Okay, so is that what I wanted? Yeah, so they are perpendicular. Okay, so this last question says a landscaper plans to install 2 new paths in a park. The new fountain path will be perpendicular to the east path and lead to the fountain. The new picnic path will be parallel to the fountain path and pass through the picnic area. What are the equations in point slope form that represent the new paths? So point slope is what? Yeah, it's on the board, you guys. On the test and quiz, I think they'll still be on the board, but they won't be labeled what they are. So, nope. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to find the slope of the line that represents the east path. I wanted to write slope, not find. So if I take a look, it is crossing right here and right here. So what are those 2 points I just marked? What are those 2 points I just marked? This point is, what is it as a coordinate point? 0, 2. And this one is 10, 4. So, first thing I need to do to find my slope is I need to label my x1, y1, my x2, y2. And remember my slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Plugging in to find slope. What is my y2? Four. What's my y1? And my x2? Okay, and then my x1? Okay, what's 4 minus 2? 10 minus 0? 1/5. What? I just wanted to find the slope of my east path right now.
Steven, where are you papers?
Okay, so then the next thing I want to do is I want to find an equation for my fountain path. So the fountain is right here. What is that coordinate point? Yeah. And the word problem said, what kind of slope did I want to the fountain path? Okay, so I'm going to write the word perpendicular here so I don't forget. What kind of slope, or what is my slope here? Is it the same as the east path, or is it the opposite reciprocal? Perpendicular is opposite reciprocal. Okay, so to get my perpendicular slope, I want to do what with 1/5? I want to find my reciprocal, so I flip the fraction, and then I also change my sign. Do I like writing it over the 1? No. So my slope here is -5, and then when I plug into slope-intercept form, this is going to be my x1, y1. Okay, so plugging in, I have y minus, it's my y1, 2, equals, what's my slope? -5, and then x minus 15. Do I need to go further and solve for y? What did the question want me to write it in? Which form? Point slope. Is this point slope? Yes. So I am done with the fountain path. Okay, so next one, I want to find the equation for the picnic path. What kind of path did I want there? Parallel. To the fountain. So what was my slope of my fountain path? -5, so I want to use the same slope there. And where is the picnic area located on the map?
5, 6.
Mm-hmm. So 5, 6 is going to be my x1, y1. And then I am going to plug into the formula. So I get y minus equals times x minus 5. So then I just want to write it in words. The equation of the line of the fountain path is y minus 2 equals -5 times x minus 15. And the equation of the line of the picnic path is y minus 6 equals -5 times x minus 5.